Yo, what's going on, my lovely viewers and supporters? You all know who it is, Six Paths Dunga, coming to you all again with yet another video. What I want to talk about today more or less has to do with an issue I've been trying to dissect lately. It's been on my mind for the majority of Two Blue Vortex. To be more accurate, maybe around chapter 12, but I'm finally gonna be talking about it today. I feel like it's time. So before we hop into today's video, let's set a like goal for this one. Nothing crazy, but I would appreciate it. As you all know, it helps the video get out to more Boruto fans that enjoy videos like this. So if we can get to around 450 likes on this one, I think that would be pretty awesome. But anyway, let's not waste any more time. Let's get into the video. So as you can all tell by the title, this video topic is going to be about Momoshiki, because I just don't understand how so many people don't question his value in the Boruto series today. And let me say that I love Momoshiki as a character, and I think he's one of the more interesting characters that's been introduced since the beginning, but it's time to face the facts. If we're gonna slander and make fun of a guy like Code for taking numerous of L's and losing his place in the story, then we should do or start to do the same thing for Momoshiki. I actually talked about Code not too long ago, maybe a couple videos ago. I explained how Code's role has diminished in the story, and I also emphasized how JURA giving him a new life, quote unquote, isn't really doing anything for him, because at the current time he can't accomplish the goal that was set for him because of his lack of power. So I basically went through all the possible ways he can achieve his goal and take his rightful place back in the story. So today I'm going to talk about Momoshiki in that same light, because you all may not see it yet, but he's getting to be in that same tier as Code. He just has more aura as a character, so it might fly over some people's heads. But to just be 100% blunt, Momoshiki is losing his place in the story, and it's happening pretty fast too. Let me further explain. So first we gotta analyze Momoshiki's character. What is his goal? What does he want, and how was he supposed to get there? So his primary goal was to consume the chakra fruit to gain immortality and unfathomable power. But once he was defeated by Naruto, Sasuke, and Boruto, his goal shifted. But even though his plans gotten delayed from his defeat, he was still one of the most dangerous threats in the series, because he was rapidly taking over the body of Boruto, and because of Boruto's inability to control the karma, this caused Momoshiki to sometimes possess Boruto's body and wreak havoc, putting his friends and family at risk. One of the main reasons why this was such a big deal back then was because nobody could check his power, especially post Ishiki fight, because Naruto lost Kurama and Sasuke lost his Rinnegan. So to be fair, Borushiki was the strongest enemy in the series at that point. With Ishiki out of the way, Naruto and Sasuke out of commission, KAWAKI without his karma, and Code still with his limiters, it looked like if Momoshiki went on another rampage, nobody would be able to stop him but Boruto himself. But once again, it wouldn't be too long until he lost that power he has over the verse, because not long after the Ishiki fight, we would enter the battle against Code. In my opinion, this fight damaged Momoshiki's reputation the most, because not only has he lost his status, he also lost another purpose, creating another shift in his character. Once KAWAKI regained his karma, his power exceeded that of Momoshiki's. This was the only time where he took over Boruto's body when he wasn't completely beat up or drained of his chakra, and he still lost to KAWAKI. So if what happened didn't happen, Momoshiki would still be in a bind, because he knows that he can't act how he wants, because KAWAKI is more of a threat to him than anyone else. And once again, KAWAKI has no problem killing Boruto. But first, before I dive deeper into that, let's just talk about how KAWAKI just ruined Momoshiki's plans for good. So the plan after his defeat was that he was going to resurrect in Boruto's body via the karma. But before the karma extraction process was finished, KAWAKI killed Boruto. If Momoshiki didn't use the last 18% of his karma's DNA to regenerate Boruto's lost tissue and cells, he 100% would have died here, and nothing would be holding down Momoshiki's soul to the world of the living. So he would have died alongside Boruto. But when it gets difficult is the fact that he sacrificed his only means of resurrection just to make sure Boruto stays alive. So basically, the karma's use has greatly diminished because of this, but it's not completely useless. But one thing's for sure, he can't resurrect anymore. So the only thing that's keeping his purpose alive is Omnipotence. He's banking on his future vision of Boruto to help him reach his goal. So now, like I said, Momoshiki is in a crazy situation. He can't do whatever he wants because he's now at Kawaki's mercy, and his karma is not functioning as it's supposed to anymore. So he's staying low-key. And that's not just some speculation. No, we actually see he doesn't want to make too much noise at the current moment. He even says that he doesn't want to fight Kawaki again. He's self-aware of his current situation. All he's doing now is just waiting for Boruto to lose everything. He has absolutely zero purpose in the story right now. So fast forward to the day where Boruto loses everything. According to Momoshiki, this is when Boruto was supposed to lose his will to live. Despair, cower in fear, and absolutely submit to Momoshiki for salvation. It was then he would gain full control over Boruto's body and live as him forever, purely off Boruto's decision. This is why when Kawaki was trapped and cornered by the Konoha Shinobi, he helped him by absorbing Shikamaru's shadow possession jutsu so he can run away. And of course this is so EIDA would find Kawaki and therefore cast Omnipotence over the world, making Boruto losing his life at 100% probability. So I guess in this sense, you can say Momoshiki was the first singularity of fate, because based off his future visions, he made small changes to the timeline that altered the direction of the future outcomes. In the chapter Boruto lost everything, Momoshiki was heavily involved here, trying to further influence Boruto to submit and give up his body, giving him information that would help him survive, and offering to kill his friends for him. It was all a ruse for Boruto to relinquish his body to create even more despair and worsen the situation. Who knows what Momoshiki might have done if Boruto would have gave in at this point. For one, Team 10 would have all been killed, that's for certain. But thinking even further, he probably wouldn't have stopped there. He could have went after Sarada next. Everyone that Boruto cares about would have been in danger, and maybe he would have given up hope and gave Momoshiki his body. But since that wasn't the case, this would end up being a great mistake for him, because since he left people like Sarada alive, this gave her the chance to persuade Sasuke to save Boruto. And the fact that he saved him instilled a great confidence in Boruto that revitalized his mental resolve and morality, something Momoshiki never expected to happen. We can even see how surprised he was to see Sasuke actually help Boruto, and this frustrated him to the point of great anger, because he knew this was his last possible chance to take over Boruto's body. He has no other choices now. So imagine if Momoshiki killed Sarada. This would never happen. The chances Boruto would have given up his body would increase exponentially. Nobody would be coming to save him. So one person single-handedly changed the course of fate forever, and she didn't even know it. So now that Boruto is driven and motivated again, this eliminates Momoshiki's quote-unquote perfect chance to make Boruto lose his will to live. So after this, we haven't seen Momoshiki again, even going into Tubu Vortex. His name only been mentioned one time, and that was when Boruto told Kawaki that when he used his karma against Code, Momoshiki almost took over. And we know that Momoshiki and Code have a certain beef. He feels like he needs to kill Code because Code is after the chakra fruit, just like Momoshiki. So he more or less could have felt like that was a good time to eliminate him. But whether or not he was able to keep control over Boruto's body has to do with Boruto's willpower and mental resolve, which is now strengthened due to Sasuke. But despite that, there's been numerous of opportunities for Momoshiki to emerge, but he has yet to make an appearance. The first opportunity he had was when Boruto lost consciousness from Jura's Biju laser and almost died. Now, this is a situation where he could have made his debut post TIMESKIP. The indisputable fact here is that if Momoshiki still planned to make Boruto despair, he would have tried to do everything he can to get at the one thing he's trying to protect at this point, his comrades, especially his kid sister Himawari. But the fact still remains that he is yet to be seen. Even if you don't think he should be after Boruto's comrades, he still had a reason to emerge because of Jura. Jura wants Boruto eliminated because he knows too much information on the Shinju. Momoshiki expressed time after time that he doesn't intend on having anyone killing Boruto because of his plans. And of course, this was after he brought Boruto back to life with the karma. The way he views Boruto is as his precious vessel. He's extremely protective over him. And remember, if Boruto dies, then his soul gets extinguished and he's officially dead. So this is reason enough to even try and have a shot at destroying Jura. But yet, he doesn't make any moves. Even during when he fought Boruto, Jura was about to make the final move and kill him for good. Momoshiki did not step in once to assist Boruto. It was all up to Kawaki. Now, why is that? Well, there's a few reasons why this might be the case. The first reason is because no matter what Momoshiki does, it probably won't have enough effect on Boruto to make him willingly forfeit his body. Boruto stated to Kawaki that because of his master Sasuke, he now has unwavering strength. Momoshiki could still take over his body, but what good would it do if he wouldn't be able to permanently take control over his body? And you might be thinking, maybe he can take over his body and just wreak havoc. Just do whatever he wants and test Boruto's resolve firsthand, right? This also would prove to be a bad idea now because he still can't do whatever he pleases. And this is just because there's a plethora of characters now that's just stronger than him. And I'm going to name them off right now. Kawaki, JURA, DAEMON, and right now even Sarada might be stronger. Any one of these characters can handle his power, if not kill him. Sarada maybe not so much on the killing side, but characters like Kawaki, JURA, and DAEMON are stronger than Momoshiki. Especially with Kawaki's new and improved power, he can single-handedly take Momoshiki down permanently if needed be. This is why he didn't emerge, especially whenever JURA is present. He cannot beat JURA. Heck, nobody can. So how's he supposed to even obtain the chakra fruit at this point? His objective is irrelevant. At least Code was promised the chakra fruit if he was to do JURA a favor. But Momoshiki is out of luck. He can't force his way anymore. He'll just be killed. And he can't even get Boruto's body because he doesn't use his karma anymore, nor does he rely on it, and he now has an unbreakable spirit and willpower that never wavers. So tell me exactly, why are we all waiting for Momoshiki if he's lost his purpose in the story? As it stands right now, he needs a new purpose, just like Code. Unless the narrative changes or Ikimoto just gives him a new purpose, then there's nothing he can do at the current moment. I mean, we don't know how strong Momoshiki is right now. He has access to all of Boruto's moves and abilities, so he should be able to perform the Flying Raijin and Uzuhiko. But even despite all that, there's still characters that remain a considerable amount stronger than even Boruto, being Kawaki and JURA, and they are willing to just kill him if need be. So even if he was to emerge, what will he be able to do with the limited time until Boruto regains control of his body? So I really want to know, what do you guys think is next for Momoshiki? If he is granted another purpose in the story, what do you think it is? And how will he attain it? Do you think he's done now? Because I for one think he's absolutely finished. Let me know all your thoughts and opinions down below in the comment section. And if you enjoyed the video and wouldn't mind seeing more like this in the near future, go ahead and like the video, comment, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications so you don't miss any more videos like this or when I go live for chapter spoilers. And until my next one, I'll see you boys and girls later, and I'm out. Peace.